I feel like I sometimes I feel like I can't get it together. So I'm cooking breakfast for dinner. I'm talking some shit with you guys. Breakfast for dinner. So I was doing my nails today, and I don't want to do them anymore. Well, I didn't want to do it anymore because I just got frustrated. So I stopped. And I'll start doing my nails again when I feel like it. Probably tomorrow, probably not tomorrow. I don't know. They look really good in the camera. They look really good. I think I'm feeling a little homesick. What's the issue? I'm having a lot of issues. You know, I've been thinking about getting a therapist. Because sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Seriously. Not jokingly, but like seriously. And I think I've been feeling that way for a while now, and I just kind of like keep it in. Thing is gonna get better. And it hasn't seemed to get any better. I've thought about getting a therapist before a few years ago. And I didn't like the person that I chose, and I didn't even go through with it. I hit up this therapist because I was throwing an event, and I wanted the event to have a therapist, you know, so people could talk to, or she could, you know, be a speaker or whatever, because it is important. Well, it is important for someone to have someone to talk to. And it felt so transactional. Like, I get it. This is your profession and you need to get paid, right? However, the way that she went about it, I didn't like. I didn't appreciate it. You know, I was just talking to her, and, you know, I was like, yeah, I want to set this event up. And she was just like, all right, it'll be da 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 da. And I was just like,
she was like that for real, just like that?
Yeah. Like, and I'm just like, it was very like cutthroat, like, you know. And I feel like as a therapist, it shouldn't be like that. It wasn't like, hey, how's your day going? What type of event? You know, it wasn't a welcoming spirit or a welcoming situation. So that turned me off about therapy. That just turned me off. I was just like, fuck that shit. Fuck that bitch. This is why I don't fucking talk to people. This is why I don't want nobody in my business, because it seems like people are just not genuine anymore. You know? Like, I don't know. I
feel like you do know. You just don't want to say it.
So anyway, I just feel like people are like not really genuine. And when you're in that field, you have to be genuine. Like, this is what you're getting paid for.
I feel like you also got to be emotionally mature.
And you have to be emotionally mature. And I just feel at the time that she didn't give a fuck. And it was just like, hey, this is just another check. This is the price. Oh, I don't like burnt pancakes. I don't like burnt pancakes. I do not like burnt pancakes. I hate burnt pancakes. I know some people, they love burnt pancakes. And like, they would prefer their pancakes burnt. That's just not me. That's not me. So like, off topic. So, I'm not a picky eater, but I'm picky about how the things are that I eat, how the things are cooked that I eat, if that makes sense. Do you get that?
Nah, I'm just stopping myself from saying what I want to say.
That what? What do you want to say? That I am
You're a fucking picky eater.
How am I a picky eater? I eat a lot of things that a lot of people won't eat. I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of different fruits. You get what I'm saying? What I'm picky about is how it's cooked. That's what I'm picky about. And it's hard when you know how to cook, you actually know how to cook. It's hard to eat certain foods and be like, I don't know. Like, I know how to cook. So if I'm eating some shit and it's bullshit, I'm just going to be like, it's bullshit. It's the bullshit. Like, I hate going to a restaurant, right? Not a restaurant. You're paying all this money and you're like, I could have made this at home. Like, what is the point of me going to a restaurant having food that I could have made at home? Like, when I go to a restaurant, I want to go to a restaurant and be like, oh my God, that was so good. How do you think they made it? Do you think I can recreate it? Or so on and so forth. Like, that's just how I want to, I don't know, like, yeah, I gotta watch this pancake. So anyway, back to this therapist lady. She was very insincere, and did this turn off? She was very insincere, and it was very, like, it was just too money focused for me. Yes, I'm gonna pay you. Yes, like, I'm gonna respect what you do. It's your service or whatever the case is. But for the fact that, like, you get on the phone, you're insincere, you sound like you don't give a fuck, you sound like the only thing that you do give a fuck about is the money. It's like, why do I want to do this? Yes, that's the better pancake. Yes, that's a better pancake. Second pancake, first pancake. This is how I like my men. This is how I like to eat my pancakes.
You calling me burnt?
Baby, I love it. You're like, you think that you're dark, but like, if you're in the sun and you're like 3-4 shades darker than what you are, like, that is.
You want me out here burnt.
Listen, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. So yeah, I think I need therapy. I really think. No, are you? He's laughing.
From that and into, I think I need therapy.
No, I think I really do need therapy, and I think that I've been turned off about it with that situation. And like, I don't know, like, it's like we grow up in a culture. Do we really trust everybody with all your business, you know, with your deepest and darkest secrets? And it's like, is this thought too much for a therapist? And then the next minute they're gonna get us committed? Or do you get what I'm saying? Like, I have those fears. You don't think about stuff like that? You don't think about a therapist, huh? I feel like sometimes I feel like I can't get it together. Like, some days I'm really good. I'm really, really, really good. Like, it's good, it's going good, but it's like the lows are low. Like, you won't have a problem with it. That's the thing. I will, you won't. That's pretty. I've heard J. Cole say, or rap, because I'm a very big J. Cole fan. And he's mentioned, like, and a lot of people say this, but when J. Cole says it, of course, it resonates better. But he says something along the lines of, like, I guess, like money won't fix all the pain. Or, like, when you get to a goal, like, you kind of think you'll be better and you'll be happy or happier. But at the end of the day, like, that's not always the truth. And, of course, that's not how he said it. Of course, he said it better. But I think that's what I'm currently going through right now. You know, for 3 years, I've been working on this van. I've been building this van. And for 3 years, I just always thought, like, oh my God, once it's better, I get on the road, it's going to be better. Everything's going to be better. Everything's going to be better. And it's like, it doesn't fix all the pain, if you get what I'm saying. Like, you get to a goal, you're doing the goal, you're there at the goal. It's like, yeah, you sense a bit of accomplishment. You sense you're proud of yourself because you've accomplished a goal, but that doesn't. That doesn't fix. That doesn't.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I've actually been learning about this. So you see, that's kind of like one of the negative sides about being goal oriented, right? You just once you're done with the goal, there's nothing driving you forward to keep on going, right? That's why you have to fall in love with the process, with the system, right? You got to find a system that you love and fall in love with it, or create a system that you love, and then just stick with the system. That's
my feelings are running really deep right now, and I don't want to wash it. That's why I'm just wiping it out, because I just don't want to wash it, you guys. I don't hate living in a van. I do not hate living in the van. That's not something that I'm gonna say. I don't hate it. I'm happy I accomplished this goal. We're just in the beginning of it, but it seems like the minute you kind of accomplish a goal, like, everything starts to go wrong. Or the minute you're working towards the goal, like, everything starts to go wrong. And it's freaking annoying. That's what the hell it is. Then I talked to one of my friends, and she's just like, yeah, she's gotten therapy. She's actually with a therapist right now. And she's just like, she's trying to, like, find her way in it. And her first therapist she didn't like, and then her second therapist, she's like, it's working out. And my problem is, I'm so skeptical about this therapist shit that the minute one doesn't work out, I'm like,
fuck all of them.
That's it. I already didn't want to do this shit anyway. Now you're making it complicated for me to not want to do the things that, So it's like, I have to get it right the first time. Like, I have to feel like I'm talking to a friend that's going to keep it real with me. That's what a therapist is, in my opinion. Because I've been a hairstylist since I've been cutting my Barbie's hair. You heard? And I've been a hairpist for a long time. Did I already put this on here? Did I put this on here? No, I didn't put salt in it. I've been a hairpist for a long time. Like, unbiased person to be like, you know what, Francine, you're fucking wrong. Like, you're wrong. But she can't talk to me like that, because I'm be like, bitch, what the fuck is you talking about? Or talking to? But anyway.
You are fucking wrong, though.
No, that's okay, but, like, you don't need to tell me. I can't be fucking pouring my heart out and you say, bitch, you fucking wrong. No. You get what I'm saying? And you know, I've realized that I have been a person that has dumped on my friends. And it's not necessarily healthy to be that person. And that's why I need a therapist. Because you're getting paid for me to dump on you.
Whoa. That sounds so wrong.
That's not how I was talking about. So, I was watching a video the other day. Damn, I just literally just used 3 forks. I was watching a video the other day. It was a cake video. And the girl was like, yeah, I've always had this girl that come in. So she says she's always had a really good client that would come in, or whatever the case is, right? And the client would come in, and she would just, you know, young girl, just come in, just easy going, would get a cake, and just keep it pushing. And then she's like, dang. I'm like, why is she always buying so much cake? But whatever. It's good for business, so you're not really going to question it too much. She's like, yeah, I'm using this cake for my content, so I'm looking for this particular cake. What the young girl was doing, she was an OnlyFans girl.
She was sitting on cakes?
And what she would do is she would sit on cakes.
Bruh, what the fuck?
For her viewers. Yup.
What's that? We listen and we don't judge.
You know what else is crazy? That we live in a fucking society that working hard in a 9 to 5 will get you nowhere, but sitting on a fucking cake will get you millions. Like, that's so crazy. It's crazy and it's not right. You could be an OnlyFans person and make all this money, and don't be like, oh, you just mad because you can't do OnlyFans and you too this and you too nah. Don't get it twisted. Some people just got morals. That's it. Some people have to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, bruh, is this what life has come to? Because if you talk to a lot of those young women, or a lot of those just women in general, that are doing these certain contents, that are porn stars, that are strippers, like, yeah, you have the money, you have the clothes, you have the Chanel bags, you have the Louis bags, you have all of that. I've actually, like, worked with somebody that whatever, right? They might have other material things, but in here, they're fucked up. In here, they're fucked up. Emotionally, they're fucked up. Deep down. Damn. I know I said I wanted these eggs salty, but damn.
Oh, you got them salty.